What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Finally, I have another video ready for you guys. Had to take some time off there to get a couple of things sorted out, but we are back, and we are back on Hof Bergmann. But this is a fresh start on Hof Bergmann. There was not an update, but I did end up losing the save that I had before. So we're going to do a fresh start, and I'm doing something a little bit different. Instead of featuring, you know, all the different stuff, we're going to do an actual playthrough, like a legitimate playthrough. So I did a little bit more of a minimalistic equipment setup, so we'll show you that real quick. So right here we have an old Ford pickup truck that we're going to use. We got rid of the other one. Still have our bike and everything, and I went around and made everything like the wear 100% and the dirt 100% and all that stuff on it, on every piece of equipment. So over here I went ahead and picked up a bucket for our chickens. We got some chickens, ducks, chicks, ducklings, a rooster, and stuff in here. So we'll be working on those. We got our wheelbarrow right there. Nothing in here. Hello, duck. And from here, so we still have our big bag over there. Comes standard on the map. So over here, let's go ahead and take a little peek in here. What we have is we have a Fiat that is pushing, I believe, 85 horsepower. Not a whole lot. So all the implements that I have chosen for this playthrough will work with this tractor. So we're starting with very, very old and very, very underpowered equipment to do this. So again, adjusted it, dirty, worn all the way. Got a little flatbed trailer here for some bales and pallets and all of that. So from here, let's go. We have nothing in here. Got nothing over here. Nothing in this little place right here. Let's go over to this one. Nothing in there. And here we have our weeder, we have our cultivator, and we have our plow. So that's that. Over here we have all of our grassland stuff. So we have our baler, we got an old mower, we have our windrower, which can also function as a tedder if you don't have this bar on. If you take that bar off, then it can be a tedder. So we have our tedder right here, though, so I don't have to keep changing that. But then we have our old loader wagon right here. So that's it for over here. Let me just get through this real quick, and then we'll get started here. So this right here is our old harvester. Yeah, it's going to be slow. It's only got like a 1,500 liter capacity, so that's going to be fun. We got nothing else over there in that garage. Over here we have our hay bale stack over here. And in here we have nothing. Over here I went ahead and put our wagon in here, our tank in here. This is the LSFM Innovations tank, the universal tank, so it holds quite a few different things, but we're going to be using it for water and milk. So we have our milk pickup point here, and dump our water in over. Actually, we don't have to put water in here. That's correct. That is right. I forgot. This has the automatic watering system in it, so we don't have to worry about water, but we can use this for water for other things. So that's it for in there. Over here we have our manure spreader, just an old small manure spreader. We can, you know, load up our manure and everything into this place. Over here we have a room that we're still going to be using for our big bag storage and pallet storage and stuff. And we have our spreader right here. Over here I went ahead and bought some front loader stuff. Got a bale fork, a pallet fork, and a bucket. So what we do is we just lower this down, grab what we need. And yeah, love that shelving system. It's awesome. Over here we have nothing on that side. On this side we have our Massey Ferguson. Now this only has like 42 or 45 horsepower, something like that, so it's not going to be able to do a whole lot. I did go ahead and put the front loader attachment on it, so we can do our bales and pallets and stuff, with this. It's very slow, but it's very cool. What else over here? So this is the animal trailer that comes standard in the map. So this is the one that I kept, and I just made it dirty and worn. Over here we have a slurry transport tank and spreader. This only has like a 5-meter spread on it, and a very, very low capacity. So we'll just we'll use this for our slurry, and yeah, made it all dirty and worn out, worn up and all that stuff. Over here we have our John Deere seeder with the fertilizer tank in it. Now, I went with this one because it was the cheapest available with the cheapest and widest. So this has like a 5-meter spread, 5-meter or 5.2 meter width on it. So the other ones were just going to be really, really small, and it was just going to take forever to really progress with those. Now, I mean, I could have went with one of the other ones, but I went ahead and got this one. I'm not going to put fertilizer in this to put down, but I will be putting fertilizer in the spreader and spreading with that. That way we actually, I mean, I could use that just for lime and just go ahead and do the fertilizer in this. I don't know. We have a couple of options to do. I'll kind of decide as we go. So I went with this lizard truck right here. Very old, fitting for this map. And we have a capacity on the back to pick up our grain and stuff. It's a very small capacity. I think it's only like 5,000 liters or something like that. But it can be upgraded and all of that. Very cool truck. Sounds cool. Drives very nicely. And all of that. So over here we have our milk and cheese, or our butter and cheese production, and I went ahead and just made these old and dirty, and that is it for here at the farm. And down at the garden center, the what you call it's the greenhouses, gardens. Over there, I went ahead and purchased that area again, and we have a bucket, a watering can, and a wheelbarrow over there. So we still have the standard things as far as that goes. And so with the land, I went ahead and instead of doing field 2, so you start off with 13, and actually, so you start off with all of this right here, and then you start off with 13. So I went ahead and got rid of 13, and last time I purchased field 2 and 3, I believe. This time I did not. So we're going to do grass on one of these fields and a crop on the other. Over here is our garden area, which I ended up purchasing for start. That is what we're looking like as far as all of the equipment and land. And set myself down to $10,000 or euros. And yeah, we're going to kind of go from there. Last time I started off with a lot of equipment and a pretty good chunk of change in money, and decided to go a different route with it this time. So I think this is going to be a much more enjoyable series for you guys. You guys seem to like the start from the bottom kind of thing more than you do the start with all the equipment that you need kind of thing. But yeah, that's what we're looking like, and that's what we're going to do. So let's actually go ahead and get started. What do I need to do? So I need to plow the fields to get rid of the plow stake. So so the fields are already plowed, but when I set them up, it didn't get rid of the needs plowing state. So we're gonna have to plow those fields. Now I'm not gonna make you guys watch all the plowing. Do a couple of passes, then I'll cut to when it's finished, because this is a very, very small plow, and this is going to take me quite a while to get done. So I am going to attempt to do the majority of stuff in first person. So with, except for, when we're doing like field work, I might do some outside views I do have GPS installed on all of these tractors, even though they're very old, and it costs more to add GPS. But it's just going to make recording much easier on my part, so I can get some cool shots for you guys as the tractors are working. So, you know, that's kind of what we're doing there. All right. Now we have auto drive and course play installed as well, which will make recording much easier. So, all right, I think we are good to go. I didn't even, you know, I could have actually probably went with a different plow now that I'm thinking about it. Actually, no, because of the horsepower, I ended up having to go with this one. That's right. So, to get started, we're going to go ahead and come around the back side and go through the side gate to get to our fields. Hopefully you guys are doing wonderful out there. I am doing absolutely fantastic. It is, I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, and you know, again, apologies for that, but I had to get some stuff sorted out for the channel and the community as far as the multiplayer servers go. Plus I had some stuff going on with work that I had to take care of and all of that. So we are back at it though, and yeah, there's going to be a couple of changes made to some series on the channel. Some series might be going away, some series might be being added. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that. So let's go ahead and get started here on the field. Let's see, which way is this plow? That is that way. I don't think there's a way to rotate this plow, so no. Okay. No way to rotate the plow. That's alright though. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and get a GPS going here. So let me come on to the outside so I kind of see what I'm doing here. Let me get all the way over to the edge of the field. Make sure we get it all. Come back about right about in here. Should be a good place to start. So let's go ahead and drop this and just see what it does here. Alright, that's a good spot to start. So let's go ahead and back that up and get it right there. So let's see if I can remember how to oh, actually I need to reset that, so let me do that. Is it Shift Alt C? And then what is it? Shift Alt Settings. Okay. Auto width. And let's go ahead and show lines. Everything should be good there. And let's go ahead and do set. Let's just drive for a little bit. Get a line. Right about there should be good. And then we'll go to, I think it's Alt E. There we go. Alright, so that is going to set our GPS. And then we go Alt X to enable. And we are good to go. We are on our way. So hopefully everybody's doing wonderful out there. I know I already said that, but yeah. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do quite yet, as far as, I know one of these fields is going to be grass, one of them is going to be a crop, because we are going to go ahead and get some cows going as soon as possible. Probably not this episode, but we will do that. So we're going to need a grass field for them. So it'll probably be that smaller field over there. Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be that smaller field over there. Alright. First pass done. This is going to take an absolute long time to do here. So I'll get a couple of passes on the edge. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. Actually, I can go into first person for all this with the GPS. That's another thing. The GPS is going to help me stay in first person a little bit more. so I can get some good, cool shots for you guys from first person while we're talking. Yeah, this is gonna take a while, but I love it. This is what it's like, you know, fresh start from the beginning, from the bottom. Absolutely love this map, though. This map is incredible. So yeah, I think at this point I'm gonna go ahead and make a cut here, get this field work done, get the plow done, and then we'll come back whenever it's time to move on to the next step. Alright, we got the fields plowed. Both of them are plowed, and we went ahead and put some lime down on the fields. Go ahead and get that pH level where it needs to be for some seeding later on. We're not going to get into the seeding today in this episode. Today, for the rest of this episode, I'm actually going to go over here to the garden center and kind of get that area squared away. I did top off the water and food and the chicken pen, the chicken coop and ducklings and all that, so that is good to go. So now all we need to do is get over here to the garden area, which is right up here on the left, and get some water and fertilizer. Actually, that reminds me, I need to go get some fertilizer. Actually, I wonder if I could use those big bags. Well, no, I won't be able to get anything in there to do the big bags. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and get the water in here. I'll run down and get some bags of fertilizer and get those put into all of this. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best way to go. So if you haven't seen this yet, up here is the little garden shed. And we have a wheelbarrow, a bucket, and a watering can. So let's see. Let's see if we take the bucket. I'll just show you real quick. If you have not seen this yet, I did do a video on this already, but we'll show it again here real quick. So you just hold the bucket under the faucet, fill it up, then you come over here and dump it into the field. So each one of these little fields holds 200 liters of water. This bucket is 100 liters. So now when you look on the map, you will see that these fields are saying they need to be plowed, and you'll see field info says needs plowing, but you don't actually have to do that. These are set up to work like greenhouses. Now if you wanted to, you know, super strength the tractor and stuff in here and kind of role play that you need to plow this and everything, you could always do that. I did test this before in the last iteration of this series that I ran. You can do that and it'll still function properly. So it's just a little added little thing that you could do if you wanted to role play that, which I could always do, and I may end up doing, you know, some plowing and whatnot. Just to add a little bit of, come here, bucket. Just to add a little bit of extra roleplay to it. It's a possibility. May do that. We will see. But I definitely want to make sure I get to everything on this map. You know, before the next update comes out, which I have no idea when that is going to be. So, yeah, it's, yeah, we'll basically play a series until I feel like updating the map. We'll see what the updates have to offer, and then kind of decide from there on whether or not I want to, there we go, whether or not I want to do a fresh restart, because just about all their updates, from my understanding, do require a fresh save. So yeah, so that's got 200 liters of water. This one is empty. Yeah, so this is basically what you do. You go around to all 5 of these little fields. You go to the apple orchard and the grape orchard right over here, and you have to make sure you activate and everything in the factories menu. So let me get all this done real quick. I'll go down and get some fertilizer put in, and then I'll bring you guys back in when we're ready to start putting stuff into these gardens. Alright, we got the water and fertilizer put into everything. This one and that one, the grapevines and the orchard over there, does not take fertilizer, it just takes water. So first things first, let's go ahead and go in grapes. You can see we have, well, we could use a little bit more water in there, but we'll be okay. We'll go ahead and activate that. This does not cost you anything to run. Apples, same thing. We'll go ahead and activate that. And then for this, we're going to go ahead and come in. This is allotment 5, field 5 there. So for this one, let's go ahead and do strawberries in this one. We'll do strawberries in that. Now you can do more than one in each of these. So this is allotment 4. Let's go ahead and do tomatoes. Activate that. And in this one, this is allotment 3. Let's go ahead and do cucumbers. And this one, oops, is allotment 2. Let's do cauliflower. And over here, in allotment 1, we're going to do onions. Now, cauliflower, cucumber, and onions are new for this map. It's not a normal garden vegetable that we usually have. So, last time I did lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, cauliflower, onions. This time I want to do strawberries. I'll leave the lettuce out because I'm doing a lot of lettuce on Western Wilds. So we'll just go ahead and leave those out. So we have all of our gardens activated and ready to go. Now you can see we also have wine bottling and grape juice bottling, all that stuff. We have different types of flour and different types of wholemeal. So, you know, butter, cheese, all of that. Now, we cannot get into any of that today because we don't have any cows for the milk stuff, milk and butter, cheese and butter. So, let's go ahead and get this thing back over to the farm. Alright, come on, turn around. There we go. Well, this truck struggles, man. That's alright. We can upgrade the engine on this as well. I just went ahead and left it as the stock option. Let's get back over here to the farm. There we go. And we'll go ahead and park this in the garage. Now, we have $2,100 left. Here's the thing. We don't have the money for feed just yet. So I'm thinking about doing just hay for the cows for now. So that'll be our grass field. So we should, yeah. Excuse me. We do have the equipment to make hay and all of that. Let's go ahead and come over here and check on our chickens. Now, I've had the time on real time, so pretty sure nothing has produced here at all. Yep. So the eggs will spawn in crates right here. You have to make sure you stay on top of clearing them out, so I usually just pick them up and stack them over here against this wall until I get enough to make a load worth taking down to sell. Alright, so let's get that closed. Now there's a couple of things I want to look at real quick in the store. So if we come into here and boxes, no. I wonder if it's going to be in construction. Let's go into construction and maybe in productions and factories, possibly. Okay, so it's not in there. It's not going to be in the sell points. Not going to be in greenhouses or orchards or generators. So, let's see, maybe in tools. Yes, here we go. So this is the rack for big bags. And here is a rack for IBC tanks. Those will be handy to have. Now, there's one other thing that I'm looking for that I did install into this. And I don't think I see it. Let's see, we got IBC tanks, liquid tanks. What is this? That is a fuel tank station thingy. Okay, so it's not in there. Maybe in silos. It might not be in construction. I don't think so. Those are the extensions. It shouldn't be in sheds. I know you guys are probably like, well, what are you looking for? Alright, let's see. It's not going to be in any of these. It's not going to be in miscellaneous. Maybe in this miscellaneous. Yes, there it is. The big bag deal. So $2,500. So it's like a hopper. You dump your stuff into the top of it, and it creates big bags. That'll be handy to have whenever we go to make like feed for the chickens. We could do a wheat field and make our big bags of wheat, and then take that and put it over there for the chickens on the big bag stand. So yeah, got a couple of really good things in here that we will toy with. Got a little rake right here. So, all right. You know what? Let's close this gate. Just because we can. Let's go ahead, and we don't have anything out of there, so we'll go ahead and close this up. That is going to do it for this one, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Feel free to comment down below any tips, tricks, and suggestions. And yeah, this is gonna be a pretty good series. I feel like, you know, starting from the bottom like this is always fun for me, and you guys seem to enjoy it. So yeah, here we are. I'll catch you guys in the next one.